Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited for this vlog because it is about my home country, Ukraine. For those of you who don't know, I actually moved to America from Ukraine in 2006 as a Jewish refugee. I've been back to Ukraine a few times since, but this has been the longest trip yet. In this video, we will be exploring Kyiv, the capital, together. You will see the good, the bad, and the ugly. And if I did my job right, you will want to visit Ukraine for yourselves. Please do not watch this video with any expectations because no matter what your expectations are, you will be surprised. So buckle up and click that subscribe button. Let's go back in time and take a look at how I traveled to Ukraine. I traveled from Minneapolis and it was absolutely miserable. I had 3 layovers. Hi. So I made it to Chicago. And this morning I flew Minneapolis to Chicago, and then I've been here for 6 hours until I can board my flight to Amsterdam. I've been keeping myself busy by taking walks, aimless walks around the airport, and sitting in the lounges. For context, the lounges does not serve any prepared food due to COVID. It didn't help that the only restaurant in this terminal was Burger King. I'm feeling great, looking not great, but here we go. While I managed to travel just fine, I would definitely recommend trying to score a flight with only 1 to 2 layovers. When I made it to Kiev, I was reminded by just how much history this place has. Kyiv is filled with beautiful churches and historic architecture. Sometimes it almost felt like Europe. Some fun facts for you about Kyiv. First off, it has the most visited McDonald's in the world, which I found interesting, as well as the deepest metro station in the world. One thing you should know about Ukraine is how amazing all of the food is. Here you're looking at a famous market where all of the food is up for grabs. In Ukraine, there's no such thing as GMO or corn syrup. Food is natural and it even smells different. Last time I came to Ukraine, I gained 5 pounds in a week from all of the eating. Speaking of eating, the restaurant scene is not to be messed with. Here's a video of me trying swordfish caviar. It was really good. My favorite part is always the dessert, and I love how much detail is put into every dish. This was my favorite, baked pear and ice cream on the inside. While in Kyiv, we also accidentally ran into some reporters for the Kyiv TV channel. Spoiler, none of the footage of us was aired, but I actually had a chance to interview them. Hey guys, I caught a journalist and a cameraman here in Kyiv, Ukraine. So I wanted to ask them if they could share their thoughts about Kyiv and Ukraine and what they would want America to know. Please introduce yourselves. Как вас зовут?
Привіт, мене звати Вадим, я працюю тележурналістом на телеканалі Київ. Хочу запросити вас до України, тому що Україна дуже велика, дуже красива. Тут є дуже круті пам'ятки архітектури, це церкви християнсько-московського українського патріархату, це дуже круті церкви. Також хочу запросити до України, тому що в нас найкрасивіші, найрозумніші дівчата. Тому приїжджайте і знайомтесь.
Так, привіт, мене звуть Андрій, я камерамен. Україна прекрасне місце, у нас є досить багато таких місць, де стоїть побувати, стоїть побачити. Це зелений край, дуже багато квітів, води, також цікаві люди, приїжджайте, ми завжди вас чекаємо і раді вам показати нашу країну.
Спасибо большое. What Vadim and Andrei did not touch on is a completely different side of Ukraine. It may not seem like it, but Ukraine has been in a war with Russia since 2013. You're looking at Maidan, where people protested for months without leaving the square. Thousands of people lost their lives fighting for the right of Ukraine to maintain independence from Russia. To this day, Russia maintains control of disputed Ukrainian territories. Everyone living there had to take a Russian passport on. It's hard to believe it's all happening in the same place. This is a memorial to the Heavenly 100, or the 100 people that perished in the Euromaidan conflict. This is one of the more notable and well-publicized conflicts, but since then, hundreds more have died. The people of Ukraine continue to hope for peace. In addition to a challenging modern history, Ukraine also has a troubled past from World War II. We visited a Holocaust memorial, Babi Yar, where 100,000 people were killed by the Germans in the span of 3 days. Babi Yar is an open area with ravines. All of the shot people fell into the ravines. Some escaped by falling prematurely and pretending to be dead. The vast majority of those killed were Jews, as well as some Soviet prisoners and the Roma people. The memorial only opened in 2016 and does have some Jewish symbolism and elements. However, since the memorial is spread out over a large, what is now park, many people don't even acknowledge it. You can spot people working out in the park, kids drawing with chalk on the ground, and even picnics. It feels kind of wrong. This particular exhibit really shocked me because you have this deep piece of work with metal and bullet holes symbolizing the deaths of people. And then at the same time, you have a trash can that basically looks exactly like this exhibit. And then if you look closely, you will see that the area has porta potties and an abandoned goalpost. As a Jewish person, I'm really grateful that this memorial exists. I just hope that we can continue reminding people in a stronger way what the land actually represents. All that is to say is that you can really see everything in Ukraine. However, I want to move on to a lighter note and tell you about why we came to Kiev in the first place. We came for my aunt's wedding. The wedding was 1 hour outside of Kiev in a beautiful resort. Anyone planning a wedding should continue watching for some serious inspo. We stayed in some fully renovated, nice cottages, and this wedding truly puts any kind of American destination wedding to shame. The weather was fantastic and fresh, and we spent time relaxing, eating good food, and playing lots of games. I also tried this hoverboard thing and was embarrassingly bad. I rode a motorcycle for the first time with my aunt's husband, and it was a legendary experience. I'd like to say that it was all fun, but I couldn't brush my hair for 2 days after this ride. The experience was beautiful, heartwarming, and lots of tears were shed, exactly how weddings should be. Future brides and grooms, take some notes. While we're here, I have to share that tears were also shed for my hairstyle that I got when I went to get my hair done in Ukraine. Please enjoy this photo and know that I did ask them to rewash my hair, and I didn't look so bad after that happened. In closing, let me just share that this trip left an immense impression on me. From my family to the people we met to the food, everything felt kind of like a fairy tale. So now that you've had a chance to share it with me, I want to ask you, you think you're going to come visit Ukraine? Comment below, I'd love to hear from you, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And to my family, we've been waiting for you in America for maybe 10 years, so please get on that.
It's all the same, like some things never change. I couldn't stop and say no. It's all the same, but you won't take the blame, even when you are blowing up. Oh my, you're my broken love. Nobody's gonna save and oh my, you're my broken love. So come on, let me show you.